YouTube. Like Wayne said a while back, sorry for the wait. I know it's been a couple of weeks, no, not a couple of weeks, a couple of days since my last video pertaining to happiness. I had fall break back in Myrtle Beach, had a great time seeing the family, hitting my old gym, working, and just getting back in the old lifestyle. But now we're back to the real world, back in college. This week we got Florida State, so I probably won't be making a video until post-game, depending on the outcome, I guess. But yeah, just got done with legs today. Well, kind of legs, front squats, among other things, and started intermittent fasting on Monday. So this is my third full day of intermittent fasting. And may I say that due to my phase being in the night going into the morning, I don't eat until 8 to 10 a.m. depending on the day, and my workouts are all in the morning. So obviously it's hard to work out with no food, but I'm getting it done. I deadlifted 355, a personal record, the other day, and did very good in front squats today. So obviously lack of food's not affecting my workouts, but it is affecting my energy. And they said that's what would happen in the first couple days of this new diet. Beside the point. I told you in the last video that I was going to make a video pertaining to injuries and the impacts of injuries in daily life. Now me, I've had two major ones and a lot of minor ones, the ankles, a lumbar strain in my back, among other things. But my major one are my knees. I didn't realize how important your knees are to everything. Mostly walking, which is one of the most important things to get from A to B. It's like, how do you not get from A to B? It's so easy, but once you can't walk and you have to teach yourself how to walk again, it becomes really hard. So yeah, like I said, my knees. 2012, early 2012, January 2012, I tore my left medial meniscus, which is like the thing in between bone and bone. So obviously it's a ligament, and it definitely affected me for a while, but I forced myself to come back for golf season. Shout out to my boy John Graves, Michael Donahue, Daniel Graves. We did well that season, and even though I forced myself to come back, I enjoyed it, and I did it for a reason. But I definitely don't. This is my first thing. Don't recommend forcing yourself back post-injury, especially after a really high-degree injury. Next, in 2013, actually at the end of January, I tore my right popliteal muscle, which is, it didn't require surgery, but as I became to know, it was probably worse because it was 5 months of strenuous recovery, and I still have problems with it today. That's because my MRI didn't detect any ligament tears, but I do think that I do have some type of ligament tear, whether it be first degree or just a slight something going wrong down there. But I do feel it on a day. I still pop and click, and but I fight through that, and that's just because it's minor pain. If you've got major pain, I definitely don't recommend fighting through that. But for me, my injuries affected me more emotionally than they did physically. Physically, I was still able to do some workouts. I was still able to work my core. I was still able to do upper body, depending, like if you tear your labrum in your shoulder, you still be able to do lower body of some sort. So you can still work out. But emotionally, it takes so long to get back emotionally. It took me at least 4 to 5 months to get back from this right one, especially being up here in college by myself. I became a type of a hermit. Not really. I wanted to be isolated. I still hung out with friends. I did my own thing, but I felt like I wasn't myself. Obviously, confidence is the main thing. It's really important in being growing up and being an adult. And like I said, having an identity. I didn't have an identity. I was just going through the motions because I was so depressed. And depression is real, too. I can do a video on that if y'all are interested. Just post and comment and tell me if you want me to do that. But depression is real. Let's see, like I said, emotionally, I was always hurt. I didn't really know what to do, and I was always asking other people, my mom and my dad. And this is when I became really more focused on how important my parents are in my life. But emotionally, injuries are definitely something to deal with. Mentally, they will affect you. They will make you less focused. I noticed that. I was less dedicated to what I wanted to do in school. So I didn't feel like I was less smart or less intelligent. I just felt like I was less focused. I was more focused on getting this knee right. Physically, like I said, not as bad, but it does affect you. It does hinder your abilities. And also, it will hinder your abilities in the future no matter how good your surgeon, no matter how good your physician is, there's still a tear there, and you're always going to be in the back of your mind, you know, man, I tore that thing. What if I do it again? Especially if you're physically active. Not necessarily weightlifting or training, but sports. Sports, man, it's so hard to come back after an injury. I look at Derrick Rose. I look at people like, man, you took a year and a half. Imagine how athletic he was before his ACL tear, and then coming back and wanting to be as athletic. You ain't going to be as athletic as that. And he's really hesitant. He was really hesitant to come back because of the fact that he didn't want to injure it again. And that's what happens. It just happens. Sometimes it ruins people. And I don't want to see it ruin Derrick Rose. You see Tiger Woods, he came back after his meniscus tear and he did his thing. But sometimes it ruins people. So I definitely take injuries serious, and don't force your way back. That's the main thing. Force your way back, you might have a chance to injure it again. It's coming from me, who forces everything. But I'm serious when I say you don't force things, and just watch out, be careful, and take care of yourself, especially if you're really physically active. So, everybody, hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you on probably Sunday after a Tiger victory. Hopefully cover that spread, and go Tigers, and we'll see you on Sunday. Have a good one.